Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. It is the week of Sunday, March 1st, Sunday, May 1st, 2022. With me, I'm Ivan, and with me here today is my friend
Skylar.
All right.
It's been a while since we've done one of these. Huh?
It's been like, we skipped 1 week.
Really?
Yeah.
Two.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyways, the card of the day is Deviant Glee. It costs a B, is an enchantment aura, and it says enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +2/+1 and has R. This creature gains trample until end of turn.
Oh.
The flavor text is you just need the right incentive to fulfill my dreams.
Why make these cards?
What cards?
Cards like this that are bad.
Well, this is pretty good limited.
What? This doesn't do anything in limited.
No, it's a pretty solid enchantment. I mean, the red-blue one's like way better, but they're a white-green one. Weird.
Wait, what set is this?
Incomplete cycle. Return to Ravnica.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find the red one. I don't remember what its name is. Yeah, Pursuit of Flight. It's 1R enchant creature gets +2/+2. You can pay you to give it flying. They also incentivize two color decks,
Sure.
while only requiring you to play one color.
I mean, Pursuit of Flight seems okay. I don't know. Just like I feel like.
No, Pursuit of Flight's really good.
Okay.
You put it on a dude, like you put it on a bear. It's a 4/4 with flying now.
Yeah, that does seem like a problem.
Yeah.
Like I mean, in that same situation, a 4/3 with trample does not seem as bad.
Yeah. Like the Deviant Glee is definitely not like the best card in the world, but like it's still like okay, it's playable. It's a 22/23, right? Fills out your deck.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know, maybe you picked too many World Spine Worms and you need.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Pretty milquetoast card of the day though.
Absolutely. It's from Ravnica though. Like Ravnica.
Ravnica Rav. I guess
This is Ravnica 2, right?
Yeah, Ravnica 2.
Okay.
Electric
Boogaloo.
Yeah. It had an enchantment sub theme.
It's really.
Yeah. This is the set that Ethereal Armor is from.
Oh.
Everyone's favorite card. Yep.
Why does it give it first strike?
I don't.
What the fuck?
It's for the flavor. I honestly I don't know. Actually I do know. It's so that you can just play Ethereal Armor in limited. So like Ethereal Armor is not like unplayable in normal limited. I figured it out. No.
I mean that card took over standard, right?
No.
Really?
I mean, it was good in standard, but didn't really like take over standard.
Oh, okay.
I like not so much as like Geist of Saint Draft did. Right? And like Delver Secrets. The standard was really weird. You had both Ponder and Preordain, so yeah. Or at least for half of the standard that it was in. The other half, the 3 armor was basically unplayable.
Huh.
Yeah. It was only good for the hexproof decks for like a short while, but like there's a lot going on in that format because it was like incredibly non-deterministic, considering that like you could basically play any set of colors like fairly reliably, and like 3 color decks were like really easy to pull off. And there's was such like So this standard had like Snapcaster Mage and Liliana the Veil
Oh
and
my
Thrag
God.
Tusk and Sphinx's Revelation and like
Holy shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Unburial Rites, all 5 Titans. Like there was a lot of
Fuck, Primeval Titan and Standard?
yeah.
Fuck me.
It was I guess it wouldn't have been like this set of blocks. Wait. Oh no.
We have all
Primeval
5 Titans of the cube now, right?
Yeah. Primeval Titan wasn't in standard with Return to Ravnica. Sorry, my bad. It was with standard until Return to Ravnica came out.
So none of the Titans were.
Yeah, none of the Titans were in standard.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of other decks that were before it because they had Innistrad cards in them. Because the thing you would do is you would cast on Burial Rites on like a Sun Titan and get back a Phantasmal Image, and then get back like Liliana the Veil or whatever, and then your opponent would
Wow, that's fucked up.
yeah.
Fucking. Bleh.
Yeah. Standard is sick. A lot of fun stuff happens in standard. I don't know much about current standard, but
I was gonna say even current Standard.
well, not current standard.
I mean,
but before
was
Neon
fun.
Dynasty. Yeah. That's what I was
And
about
you
to
had
say.
Is it
Like,
dragons. Like,
yeah.
that
A lot
was
of cool stuff you could do. Now, they like banned a bunch of stuff, and I kind of lost interest. But like, I don't know.
But now they're bringing Explorer. I don't know. I thought you liked Pioneer.
Yeah, I like Pioneer.
That's what
What's
Explorer is.
What's Explorer?
Pioneer.
What? What are you talking
I
about?
thought Explorer, the new game mode on Arena, which is Explorer is like Pioneer, but it's on Arena.
I didn't know about this new game mode.
Wait, really?
Yeah. MTG Arena Explorer is a true to paper, non-rotating format featuring all cards legal in Pioneer. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Bingo.
it was on when I on my Chrome app on my phone. Whenever I open a new tab, there's like little news stories, and this was on it. I was like, "What the heck?"
Oh, that's cool as fuck. Maybe I'll get back into Arena. Wild. Yeah. Well, that's cool AF.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. See,
Hey,
not such a milquetoast card of the day after all. It got us to Explorer
Yeah.
somehow.
Somehow. Well, to be fair, Return to Ravnica, the set that Deviant Glee was printed in, is the first set legal in Explorer/Pioneer.
Oh. Well, we've come full circle.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Magic facts.
you know.
Want to move
Too
on
many
to
of them.
weekly work?
Sure.
All right. I want to go first.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Go for
Okay.
it.
I had an actual factual Martingale player
Yeah,
on Pygal the other day.
I believe that. Wait.
On Pygal.
A Paiga.
On Pygal.
Not really
It's
a
the only
martingale
Yeah,
kind of game.
Yeah. It's the only time I've actually seen someone do like the real Martingale betting strategy, right?
Sure.
Every time you lose, you double your bet, right?
Yes. Given infinite money and no betting limit, you should either break even or make money.
Yeah. Well, always make money, but
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
always make money.
okay. They put $25 on the thing. They
That's
buy him
A lot to start with.
Yep. They buy it for 100, and then they're like, I give them all red. They don't say anything about it, and they put 25 on, right? And then they put 50 on after they lose.
Sure.
I don't know. I had like a boat with aces or whatever, but like,
Jesus.
Yeah. And then you can tell they're like a little, like they don't care, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lose again, $50. They get up, they're like miffed now, and they put $100 on the table.
They're miffed.
Yeah. And then I give them all green, of course. I don't know why I did this. They just put literally all of it on the betting circle. And then they're like, they push a couple, like 3 or 4 times, right?
Ooh.
And then
Are they playing
lose.
the side bets?
No side bets.
Wow.
Just the main bet.
Okay.
And then they lose again. We're like, the fuck? I can't win a hand. They pull out $200.
And then it clicks.
Yeah. Well, I think it clicked at 100, but like it was like 100% for sure. So they put $200. I give them 2 black on that one, on that hand.
Yeah.
And then the person next to them gets up and leaves. And they put $25 on that hand too. All right. So the $200 hand pushes.
And
The $25 hand wins. Nice. Good job.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. And then the $200 hand pushes, and then they lose, and they're up to 50, and then I know this one for sure, a boat of 9s with 8s up top, and then of course they lose both of them, and they're like, the fuck? I can't win a hand. And I immediately think to myself, you just won that hand like less than
Yeah. No, you can. You can win a hand.
Yeah, factually incorrect. Anyways, of course, what are you going to do except for pull out $600?
Oh my god.
And so,
mad lad.
I'm like, Table Max, he puts 500 on his thing, 100 on the second hand, that's what it's up to.
Yep.
He's got, I think, like, I don't know perfectly. I think he has, like...
Does he skip? Because you can't get to...
Yeah,
it's 200.
He skips 400.
Skips 400, goes straight to 500.
Goes straight to 5.
Wow, okay. What a goober.
Yeah. Looks at his hand. He sets it. I flip over my hand. Aces and kings.
Oh my god.
He says, mother... and slams the table. Like, screams motherfucker, slams the table, stands up, starts walking away, turns around, remembers he has a houseway hand, and then just stands there, like, at the table.
Yeah. Like, maybe I'll win this one.
Yeah, maybe I'll win this one. And then I count all of it, like, I do the slow thing where I, like, his chips have flown across the table, right? And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all still here, all right. Making sure, pretending to make sure they didn't steal any chips, right?
Yeah.
And then I get to their houseway hand, and they have, like, a queen high pike out.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I can't fucking believe this! You really made this fun, huh? And then, like, walks away. And I was like, yeah. I had a ton of fun. And then everybody at the table just goes like, huh. Wow. I think the first thing somebody said was, you shouldn't bet money if you're not if you're not okay with losing it.
Yep.
The second person is like, yeah, he just kept like doubling his bet every time. I don't know what he expected to happen.
Wow. The mind of a layman could figure out the flaw in the Martingale betting system.
Everybody's just like, that guy was weird. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Just had no idea what happened. Was just like, why did all this just happen? Anyways, take my money.
Yeah. Well, no. They were like, wow, what a stupid thing he did.
Yeah.
They probably didn't know it was called Martingale, but they knew it was dumb.
They knew it was fucking stupid. Oh, that's good.
It was great. All right. Anyways, you got a story?
Sure. This happened the other day on FreeBet. I get the table. I tap out another dealer, and everybody's like, "No, I don't. We don't want them to leave. They were great." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And I've started to do this thing where I'm just like, I've become the heel, so I walk up and I like, crack my knuckles and stretch out my back, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna
destroy all of you.
Yeah.
And then I proceed to. To which it. Okay, so the players at this table are intoxicated.
Yeah.
This is clear.
Mm-hmm.
And half of them aren't playing. They're just hanging out, watching their friends play, and watching this other player at the table play.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. If there is ever a person in every seat, I say, all right, you got to stand up so it doesn't look like the table's full.
Yeah, they weren't sitting.
Oh, damn.
They were just some of them were standing. There was like one that would go in and out of a seat.
Yeah.
A couple of them would play off and on, would like play one every like 5. Especially, they were playing at first, and then after like 3 hands of me getting like 21 in a row, they were like,
Yeah.
"Cool, no thanks."
Uh-huh.
But boy, they were mad at me. They hated me,
Yeah.
and they really made sure I knew it. One observer in particular, and I should probably preface this. I let all this slide because it felt playful, and I found it really funny how like they weren't like getting upset because they were doing the thing that a player you and I are really familiar with, where they're like, "Go die, cards."
Yeah.
They were essentially doing that, but telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
And like giving me the bird, and it was like water off a duck's back, just like whoosh. I was just like, I really did not let it bother me. I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
We were kind of doing a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was playful. And then another player walks up and plays some hands. And then it was like the straw that broke the camel's back, because they were like, I slowly turn over. I'm like 12, 16, 21.
Yeah.
And this player just goes off. Just like for the next like 5 minutes. You know, it's really annoying when dealers like wait to like, don't do that slow roll thing, man. Like, what are you doing? Why are you slow rolling it? Like, just show us the card. It's really annoying when you don't. And at that point, I just like, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm done with people. Like, okay, whatever, fine. Deal as fast as I can. Don't talk to anybody. Take everybody's money. Goodbye. Get the hell off my table.
Yeah. I don't know. I slow roll when I feel like I'm having fun, and most of the time it's like when people are like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna win this double," and they double down face down, and then I'm like, I look at their card, and I'm like, "Sorry, you got 21."
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh man, love it whenever like 4 people at the table have blackjack. I go to check the face card, and I slump over, and I go and I put the card under, and everybody's like, "You gotta be kidding! There's like 4!" And then I place it back on top, and I'm like, "All right, I'll pay out your blackjack now." And it always takes everyone. There's a split second of they like freeze as their brain works through what just happened, and then smile. "Oh, you motherfucker! I can't believe you just did that to me." It's one of my all-time favorites, and I slow roll and do that stuff because I'm trying to make the experience more entertaining.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker was just like, could you not? I find it really annoying, and I think you're making the experience and just was like, just really went off on me for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, if someone ever did that to me, I would just be like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you got a 12.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the 12. 12.
Yeah. And then they hit their car and they go back to their little ramble until they run out of steam and forget and like focus back on the game.
Yeah. I just tend to do the diversion tactic of being like, "Oh, are you playing this hand?" Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to yeah. You got like, I care what you're saying.
Roulette's been pretty fun. I have
another person.
Oh, go for it.
All right.
Another person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, another story.
There you go.
A person walks up to the table, and they put $600 on the table, right? Of course, what do? You fan it out with your hand, realize you're not at the craps table, and then pick up all the money, count it all out, and then what do you give them?
600 in green.
All right. You take out 600 in green, and they say, "Give me some red, please."
Right.
You give
500
5
in
in
green,
green,
100 in
100 in
red.
red. All right, cool. So they start playing the blackjack, right?
Sure.
All right, you're like 4 or 5 hands in. They've been going like up and down. They're pretty medium. All right, they take their stack of green, put all of it into the betting.
Oh, that escalated quickly. Table max.
Yep. Table max. All right, you go through. They lose that hand. That's okay. They're just back to the reds. They're doing the reds. Act like nothing's happened. All right. 3 or 4 hands later, they pull out just a giant wad of like hundreds, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 500. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Change 5. And the shift supervisor for swing walks up and I'm like, yeah, sure, change 5. And I'm like, cool, checks play.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah. And now I'm playing the game with the shift supervisor next to me.
Yep. Yep.
Which is fun because they're doing something stupid, which makes it look like they're counting cards.
I mean, hey, maybe they were.
No, because they started 5. They started like 3 or 4 decks into the shoe, and you shouldn't do that if you're counting cards.
Oh. I mean,
Unless they were back counting, I guess I wouldn't have known they're back counting, but damn.
seems like they were bad at it though.
It was funny. They then won that 500 back when somebody tapped me out. I also had a fun story where you're like talking, where I went up to a table. Well, no, it was a little different. It was today. I went up to the craps table, and then a dealer walks down. And they're like, "Nah, you're supposed to get them over on free bet." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I go and I tap out the person on free bet, and then everybody's like, "No, the cool dealer's gone." And I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
Cool, guys. Yeah. Love you too.
I mean, I want to do the thing where I'm like, "Oh no, if you guys want, I'll go talk to the pit
Yeah,
boss."
bye. Here you go, Zach. They love you.
Anyways, I tap in, and then immediately everybody's like, "All right, I think it's time to go. Bye."
Damn.
And then of course someone walks up and they're like, "The table's that bad, huh? You drove everybody away."
Mm-hmm.
And of course I'm now at a free bet blackjack table. I have 15 minutes left in my shift, and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's fucking awful."
Yeah.
And then what do? Buy it for 200 and play anyways.
Of course. They don't actually care. I tell people that all the time. I've absolutely resigned to that. Just been like, people are like, "Oh, hey, how's it been?" The other players are like, "Oh, up and down." Me, it's been miserable. Like, I've probably had like 5 21s this show.
Yeah.
It's been horrible.
I've never like actually said it though. Just been like, it's up and down. Like that's, but like that time I was just like, yeah, it was awful. I played one hand, then I got a blackjack, like,
And then everybody was gone.
and then everybody was gone. Like, but it was just, I was just like,
They
yeah,
were just like,
it was terrible.
"Oh, I'll change that."
Yeah, they were like, oh damn, man.
Anyways, stay on my 16.
Stand by 16. Yeah, man, I love people.
I had a really rough start to a shift the other day.
Yeah.
I forgot my piece of uniform that I need in order to enter the building.
All casinos have badges.
Okay, cool. I forgot my badge.
Yeah.
But I got there 30 minutes early. And just nobody noticed.
See, that's really funny because I would have been like, "Oh fuck, I forgot my badge. I'm screwed." But you can just like go home.
Well, so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I didn't notice I didn't have my badge because I swapped shirts
Yeah.
until I was walking down the hallway out onto the floor.
Oh.
And then I was like, I don't have my badge. Okay, I'll be right. Sorry, floor supervisor. I don't have my badge. I'll be right back. And then they're like, okay, I'll let them know. You know, I make a quick run home in the back. You know, I come back. I'm like, hey, sorry, I got my badge on me. And of course, the pit boss is like, looks at the time. It's like, it's only 7. I'm only 7 minutes late. Like, how'd you get back so fast? And I'm like, well, I live like, just across the way. And they're like, oh, okay, well, anyways. So your string is roulette, Spanish roulette. So go tap into this dealer.
Yeah.
And there are 2 dealers
Mm-hmm.
with the exact same name on the shift. And
Yeah.
the string that I'm used to is roulette, blackjack roulette.
Yeah.
And so I am like trying to repeat it in my head and mess it up, and I'm like, all right, go over to like pit 1 roulette,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, there's this dealer. It's not the, because
It's not the one that deals roulette.
oh, thank you. Wow, that makes me feel like an idiot. No, I didn't even think of that. I'm just like, well, it's not the dealer he specified, but it is one of them that share the same name. And this is the string I'm used to, so I'll go tap in.
Yeah.
And then of course the pit boss 5 minutes later walks over and is like, roulette, Spanish roulette. And I was just like, oh no! And so they've got us, walking around at different tables, and I'm not the only one who screws up the string. After that, somebody else screws it up, so they have to fix it again.
Oh god.
Just miserable start. And then, I'm just trying to like do the thing where you're like your day goes the way your mouth turns.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to stay positive. I get a deal roulette. That's always fun. I need more time on that game.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I'm on one of the last tables to close.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell me it was the last shoe until I already cut it. So I didn't cut it, early.
Yeah.
Like most of the time when it's the last shoe, I'll cut it like halfway into the deck.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to?
So that's what I got told way back, like the first 3 months I started working here. Anytime I ever closed a table and they were calling last shoe, the floor or whatever was just like, make sure you cut that bad boy early.
Oh, okay.
And so I just always cut it as close to the front as I can, where I think I'll get away with it, which is usually about half. The closest, I think I was able to get away with 2/3 once. Just like,
man, I hate these people.
Man.
Fuck them.
yeah, exactly. So I still had a whole shoe left, and it was pretty late, and so I was like, okay, and I just go into overdrive and deal as fast as is humanly possible.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, I'm pushing chairs in and brushing off tables,
Yeah.
and one of the floors comes over and it's like, hey, here's, I've noticed, I was watching you deal that game, and I've noticed you've matured as a dealer,
Yeah.
and you've done really well, and I'm proud of you. Here's some good boy tickets.
I lost all my good boy tickets.
Shit. What'd you do?
They were in the bucket on the badge, right?
Yeah.
So the bucket fell off somewhere, but I was already in the Walmart parking lot when I realized. And then I was like, even if I drive back to work, I'm not gonna, like, there's no way I'm gonna be sure that I'm gonna find it.
That sucks.
And it does technically have my name on all of the tickets. So if someone does find it, it can be traced back to me. But it sucks because now I lose 4 of my good boy points.
But anyway, it was just a really pleasant end to a pretty abysmal day.
Yeah. So yeah, I used to be cutting like 1.5 to 2 shoes in, or 2 decks in every shoe, and then all the people, or maybe I was cutting them too short. I think I was cutting them too short, like half a deck, and then they were like, "Oh no, you need to cut it more," and then I was cutting it too much, and then they were like, "Oh, you need to cut it less." So now I always do like as close to a deck as I can find.
Huh.
Yeah. But when I was cutting them too far in, they were like, no, you should only cut that far in if you don't like the people at the table and it's a card room.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Also something really funny. One time someone cut the deck, I did all the thing, and then I took the cut card and I went and I put a deck in from the front, and I put it in, and then I was about to push it in, and I was like, wait. Oh no,
Wrong way.
not yet. Wrong way. And someone was like, wow, yeah, I thought that was gonna be a short fucking shoe. I was like, yeah, it would have been.
It was about to be. Yeah, I've gotten a pretty I've gotten to it. I've tapped out a couple of new dealers and finished the shoe and been like, holy dude,
Yeah.
this is like, you were lucky like 3 more people didn't split.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been fucked.
And it would have been your fault. Yeah. See, I haven't had that problem. I don't tap out new dealers normally, though.
Yeah, weird. I wonder why.
What do you mean?
Because no new dealers go to day shift.
What do you mean? We have like half of the new class was on day shift.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought day shift was designed to only people who've been at the casino for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I started on day shift.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess full time.
Also,
full time day shift. Is
oh
what I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah, definitely. Which is weird. I don't get that.
It's just where all the people who are like who have seniority on us, the older
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like
yeah,
day
yeah,
shift.
yeah. I don't know. It's just that like I already work day shift, and then like it's really annoying to me that people on swing shift will be like, yeah, day shift dealers, right? Because I leave like halfway through swing shift, but early swing shift dealers will always be like, yeah, swing shift actually just works harder than days, and like swing shift is just like, you know, days is actually like total shit. And then like I'm like, okay, well then why do you keep applying for it on the fucking thing? Everyone can see when you apply for one of the day shift bids. Like, who do you think you're fucking fooling? And also like it's
wild.
like I'll never be able to have, like, I won't get full-time day shift, right?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I'm doing literally all of the worst parts of day shift for day shift.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, that's right. You part-time dealers do tokes. That's so wild.
yeah, part-time dealers are the only people who do tokes because we're also the only people who start at noon.
Wild.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll ever do tokes as a full-time. Well, as part-time especially, and even as full-time, I don't think I'll ever do tokes because there are a couple other dealers who just literally always do tokes to get the most out of their hour.
Weird.
And I've even asked. I've been like, you guys like do tokes because you love tokes, or?"
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we just like the time we get for pay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, makes no sense.
I mean, that's why I do tokes too.
Sure.
And also, like, everybody on day shifts, like, oh, my little baby. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do tokes, whatever. please shut up and go home. I'll do tokes.
Hmm.
Sorry, all of you play rock paper scissors to decide who does tokes with me. Do whatever you want.
Or just
I
say
don't care.
goodbye.
Which is really funny because now I don't work on like Fridays or Saturdays. So
That's pretty
like, yeah, I only do tokes when it takes like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh no.
Also, we've done the math. Sorry, me and another dealer did the math. We're pretty sure I'm the fastest person at doing tokes, so
Wow.
get fucked, everybody else.
Nice. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Wait, on your shift or like?
On my shift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, how did you guys?
Well, technically, the day shift people are always faster at tokes than the swing shift people because we get significantly less.
Okay. See, that's when you were talking about like how that dude was saying like day shift works less hard. I was like, well, that's wild. I have heard that the tokes on day shift are not as good.
Yeah, it's less people show up
Yeah.
to the casino.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the reason there's less tokes is because there's like less people working during the active hours.
Yeah.
On like day shift. And like it's just probability, right? We
Yeah.
have less customers, so we get tipped less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But the toke rate's like basically the same. It's not that swing shift works harder though.
Definitely.
That's
not.
like wild.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, no, yeah. Swing shift gets more tokes because they have more open tables too, and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also the busiest time in the casino.
Yeah.
Turns out the busiest time of the casino is not 9 in the morning.
Weird.
Or
It's
even
really funny.
Noon.
It's really funny to show up at like 8 in the morning. So like, 3 people are there right now, right? Because we're not 24/7 at like 8 in the morning. Yeah. And what happens is that they open 2 tables, and over that hour, you get a 20-minute break. You basically get to choose when you get that 20-minute break. But if you get the middle 20, which you get to choose if you take the first break, basically,
Okay.
because everybody's nice and it's like, does somebody else want the first break? Or if you're the first one out there, they're like, you should get the first break since you were the first one out here, right? But if you get the 20-minute push on probably a 1-2 person UCH table, take a break and do a 20-minute push on the like $5 blackjack table that's already full of drunk people somehow.
Well, they've been drinking
You-
all night.
Yeah.
And
you then get a break
yeah, that's
because more people come in at 9. And then when you come back from your break, you'll do a 40. And
Mhm.
then it's just weird.
that seems sick.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways,
Sorry, if I had the choice, I would only do 20s.
I mean, like, I would also like to get paid for 8 hours of work for doing 4 hours of work. But I do think that seems a little unreasonable.
Oh yeah, visual gags don't work.
Yeah,
Shrug.
visual aids don't work. Let's sorry. All right, we're gonna move on to our break, everybody. We'll talk to you after the Patreon ad. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So, quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current tier 2 patron. Thank you. everyone, and back to the podcast. All right, hands high, dice fly, everybody. Welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. We're going to be moving on to the movie minute. Do you have a movie for this week? It's an old movie. A whole
movie?
maybe.
The
Okay.
whole fuck. Oh man, do I even remember that movie? Oh, I'm good.
I remember like 3 scenes from that.
God, it's so funny.
I watched The Fantastic Beasts,
Yeah, go off,
Secrets
Ken.
of Dumbledore. Of course, Secrets of Dumbledore is
What
the
are the
third installment of the trilogy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I actually kind of liked this movie because, unlike the last one, it felt like it was actually about a Fantastic Beast. A big plot point.
I'm sorry. Are the other Fantastic Beasts movies not about?
So the first one is is like mostly about the Fantastic Beasts. Because he
And
has
where
to like
one would,
because he has
and
to
where
like
one would find them.
where one would find them because he has to collect them in New York City. You know, it's like all the animals escaped from the zoo. Time to go find where they would all hang out and bring them back to the zoo. And then it's also about like an obscurial, which is a particular type of Fantastic Beast, which is like Nito, and that movie was pretty cool. Oh shit, I forgot the preface. J.K. Rowling is not a cool person. Blah 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 blah. I only went to see this movie because my family basically made me. Yeah. Anyways, the second movie is like technically about a phoenix, but like not really, and also a girl who like is slowly turning into a snake. But it doesn't feel like it's about the Fantastical Beasts anymore. It feels like it's about a completely different plot that I can't remember because it's so complex and convoluted. And at the end, you find out that the plot is actually a fake out plot for a real plot that actually happened, but that plot is also a lie that's being used to deceive one of the characters who is actually a part of 2 separate plots that get switched and intertwined halfway between, and it has something to do with Titanic.
Oh.
The Titanic is a part of the movie. Also, how late in that sentence I mentioned the Titanic is when do you learn about the Titanic in the movie?
At the literal end of it.
Yes.
Isn't the girl turning into the snake? Isn't that the snake that Voldemort has, or is that?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
A wouldn't matter in
Sure.
relation to this movie, and B doesn't mean anything if it is true.
Okay. I don't know.
Sorry, it has nothing to do with the plot line of this movie.
Ah.
The movie I think was about a phoenix. The phoenix.
Yeah, the titular phoenix we see in the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, but I can't remember anything about the phoenix except that like Grindelwald made a big fake phoenix to like attack like France. It was weird. Anyways, so the third movie answers the question Nazis, but what if wizards? Which is Nito, which is kind of weird.
Well, there was already inherently like racism within, right? Because you have the awful term that's a racial slur.
Yeah.
Thanks, J.K. Rowling.
And there's like a lot going on in this movie, but it does feel like a core conceit of the movie is the Chillin. So, the Chillin is a magical beast that if you kill it, you can use its blood to divine, or maybe just Grindelwald can use its blood to divine. I don't know. Grindelwald uses his blood to divine and look into the future, which made me think that was a special property of Chillin. But Dumbledore says later in the movie that Grindelwald just has this ability. I don't know if it is a property of Chillin. Anyways, the main climax of the movie is structured around Chillin have a magical ability to be able to determine the whether people possess the natural ability to be a good leader, which is, albeit, in my opinion, pretty shitty. Everybody can be a leader, but
Well, no, clearly not. Clearly, only the people that chillin', they
Yeah.
have sussed out. They can smell them.
yeah. But if I just give in to the conceit of the movie,
Yes.
it's a cool thing, right? It's an interesting plot detail. You know,
Yes.
chillin' do a cool thing, and you know, they look kind of cute.
They're marketable.
Yes,
Mm.
they're like deer, but with like golden horns and like weird
I
eyes.
think you can just show me a picture.
I can't show the viewers a picture though.
Sure.
Anyways,
Google a picture of chillin'. Nope. Not. Are you sure? Are you thinking of chillin'? The song by Whale featuring Lady Gaga.
maybe. Let's chill. Chillin'. Oh yeah, there it is. Fantastic Beasts. Yeah. Do. Oh, cool! Like 6 pictures of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I think this is a picture of Mad Myth or yeah. What the hell? I'm getting no image of this creature.
Chillin', the Fantastic Beast. All right, here's a picture of some eggs.
Yeah. Here's these things. Is one of these a chillin'?
No,
Oh, it's
those are
it's
all
the
from the
second,
first movie.
It's the second result under Chillin' Fantastic Beasts. Chillin' Creature.
Fantastic Beasts. Chillin'.
Oh, I'm spelling it wrong.
I
It's
spelled it wrong.
Quilin.
Oh, UI.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so weird. No wonder I couldn't find it. I was also spelling it wrong.
yeah. I spelled it like the song by Wake or Whale featuring Lady Gaga.
I spelled it CI or CHILAN, but it's QILIN.
Here's a T-shirt with it on it. Okay, so for those of you listening, it's QILIN.
Yeah. Anyways, I
But
like.
they pronounce it chillin' in the movie.
Yeah.
That's strange. Not really a noise that Q makes.
It is in like certain languages.
Oh. Chi.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyways, moving on. So what happens is Grindelwald, which is
The villain.
yes, the villain of the movie, which I'll get more into later.
Oh, you will. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Kills a chillin and then bewitches it to, so that it's dead. And then
Wait, what?
it's dead and he controls it. He bewitches the corpse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It reanimates it.
Yeah, and then it's about how the people in the magic world, perceive what the chillin does. And it's about how, so that chillin was part of twins, and so the heroes have their own chillin, and they need to get the living chillin to the location and prove that his chillin is dead, right?
Mm.
Anyways, so it's really interesting, really chillin based, and I love it. Everything else about the movie really sus. So Grindelwald, basically Hitler. He wants to go to war with the Muggles.
Muggle, yeah.
That's it. Go to war with the Muggles. That's his entire messaging. The entire movie.
That's his motivation.
That's his motivation. That's it.
Do we get why?
No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Grindelwald doesn't feel like a character so much as he does a poster that says, "Yeah, I just hate Muggles
And I'm evil.
and I'm evil." Lol.
Boo!
So there's a lot happening in this movie. Big spoiler alert. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't intend to see any of these.
yeah, I know. So the movie starts off with one of the weirdest scenes in the world. Dumbledore sitting in a cafe drinking tea.
Yeah.
Grindelwald shows up.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't make a move against each other because of this magic charm that we made when we were young. Why did we make this charm again? It was because we loved each other. Well, you loved me. This is Grindelwald, because he's evil. Well, you loved me. I loved your conviction to our ideals, which you have now forgotten or whatever. Because I don't know, he's not Hitler anymore. Like, it's weird. So that's the whole plot, or that's the whole reason why Dumbledore can't directly fight Grindelwald. He has a charm because they used to be dating. Maybe. I don't know. It sounds like Dumbledore thought they were dating, but Grindelwald didn't.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, which is weird because it feels really wild, and also kind of I don't know. So there are 2 gay characters in Harry Potter now that I'm aware of. I'm not a Potter fan. I don't know all the Potter lore. But one of them is literally Hitler. And the other is Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Seems like I don't know, not a very a really weird sample size. Because Dumbledore is also like not the most heroic character. Kinda. So he's kind of like really cryptic, and he often like literally just does things and hopes Harry like figures it out. It's like it's wild. Anyways, so
Yes.
back to the plot of this fucking movie. So what happens is that Newt Scamander, our main character, finds the Chillin and he saves the living one, and then we move back to Dumbledore is recruiting people to fight against what's his face? Grindelwald, right? Yeah, I forgot
He's
his
like
name.
the title of the second movie or
Yeah,
first
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Okay.
And then Grindelwald has abducted a kid from the last movie whose name is like Atticus Dumbledore, but he almost drowned in the Titanic, but then he was saved, and then he was brought to an orphanage in America. And this kid was basically the tertiary main character, or the secondary main character of the first and second movie. Doesn't matter this movie. Basically doesn't matter. Turns out he's the son of Dumbledore's brother. In like an illegal marriage or whatever. That's
it.
That's the whole plot there.
Cool.
Yeah. Woo! That was Dumbledore's secret, I guess. I don't know, like...
That was the titular secret of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
His bro had a kid. Whoa.
All right, so you've got Newt Scamander, a lady professor that has not been introduced at all yet. Newt Scamander's assistant, which I also think hasn't been introduced in the series yet. Maybe she was in the previous movie. You have the bumbling muggle from New York City, and you have...
The bumbling muggle from New York City.
Yes, that's his profession, his title, and his name.
What a good gig. You get that? Can I get that gig? I would love that gig. I feel like I'd be really good at it.
And there is a dude who is a little strange, I think, but he's part of a plot from...
I'm afraid I don't know what that is. It's a little strange.
it's like an important magical family, like the Dumbledores.
Ah.
But he's not a part of the main Lestrange lineage. He's a part of the offshoot, and he was another person that was on the Titanic who got switched to become one of the... And he had a sister, and Grindelwald killed his sister, and there's like... I don't know like anything about him. I can't remember anything about him. And Newt's brother, who works for like the cops. I think he's a lawyer. I think he's a lawyer.
The human cops or the
No,
magic cops?
the magic cops. I think he's a magic lawyer. I can't quite remember though. It's like Like, I don't know what his title meant,
Sure.
is basically the thing. Anyways, they all get together and they explain that Grindelwald can see the future, so they can only take one course of action. Make make as many confusing and overlapping plans as possible, so Grindelwald doesn't know what's happening.
That's funny. And interesting concept. But as an audience, truly annoying.
All right, nobody can know the full plan. So Newt's got this briefcase that he keeps his zoo in, right?
His zoo.
Yeah. His
What?
magical beasts.
Oh, they're his magical beasts.
Yeah.
That when one would need to know where to find them. They're
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
He keeps them.
In a briefcase. It's a magic briefcase. So you open it up. And
How
it's-
whimsical.
Yeah. It's really whimsical. It's actually kind of cool. It's a really good plot point for the movies. Anyways, it's basically the most defining thing about the series so far.
Yes.
All right. His assistant takes the briefcase and it's not seen for the next hour of the movie. Also, the dude I was talking about who was a Lestrange
Yeah.
walks off.
And dies?
No. Just like
He's gone.
they're like, all right, time to split up, everybody. Lestrange walks away, and then his assistant takes the briefcase and walks away. And bam. Full on into the plan now. Want to know what the plan is?
No, because then.
All right, they fly to Germany. All right,
Rough
in
start.
Germany, they're in. It looks like a bunch of people are protesting and counter-protesting, and then they walk up to the Chancellor of All Magic, I think. It's really confusing. So there's like an election going on
Is it-
for a new Chancellor of All Magic?
Are you sure it's all magic and not all magic in that region?
Yes,
Okay.
because there was a girl from Peru, I think. I can't. My ignorance is showing. Her name is Los Santos. She is like Latin American coded. I don't know where exactly she's from. But I did hear one time that there was a magical school in Peru, so I'm gonna go with there.
Mm.
And then there's a guy named I can't remember his name. Not gonna say
Bummer.
something that's incredibly racist.
Sure.
But he is obviously an Asian leader, and they
Yes.
are voting for a new leader of all magic. And main character walks up to the dude, the current leader of all magic in the world, and is like, you should do the right thing and not the easy thing. All right. And then, of course, what does the leader of all magic do? He goes to a press conference and says that the world of magic will press no charges against Grindelwald, despite the fact that there are numerous provable crimes that he has committed.
Yeah, which is what the second movie is all about.
Yes.
His crimes.
Yes.
The crimes that Grindelwald did.
Yeah,
indeed
remember
commit.
when he like actually like lit like part of France on fire?
No, because that didn't happen, Ivan.
No, it did.
No, that's not.
No, that was part of the second movie. He actually lit like Paris on fire.
Yeah. In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
In the fictional movie.
Yeah, sorry.
His crimes, the crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Not in our.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you're deep into these movies. I really need you to distinct. Wizards are not real.
I know.
It's very important. that
I
you
know.
understand
I'm just
this.
saying he literally lights Paris on fire and
No,
then
fictionally lights fictional Paris on
it's in
fictional
the
fire.
fucking concept of the story. Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, he lights fictional Paris on fire.
He lights fictional Paris on fire.
Yes, one of his many
And
crimes.
then they're like, all right, obviously no crimes were committed, so we're just gonna not even press charges.
Which is the right thing and not the easy thing.
No, it is the easy thing.
Ah.
Which Dumbledore, and I can't believe they Dumbledore literally says straight into the camera, like 20 minutes later, that it is that he did the easy thing and not the right thing. Which is like, yeah, I get it. He literally let Hitler go. I don't know what you want from me. I have the brain of a 5-year-old at least. Anyways, and then of course what happens there is that Grindelwald, since obviously he's not getting tried for his crimes that he probably didn't commit.
Yeah, the crimes of Grindelwald.
He is, of course, going to steal the main character's brother and imprison him in an abandoned magical prison that's currently in use, but I guess only by Hitler's? I don't know. It's very weird. There's a cute scene where there's like fantastical beasts where Newt goes and saves his brother, and then there's a whole scene where Bumbling Muggle and Professor Lady go to a fancy dinner. Yeah, and then like that's it. Honestly, they go to a fancy dinner.
Yeah, that's their part of the plan.
That's their part of the plan. All right, and then we cut away to the Lestrange guy. Remember when I mentioned him?
Yeah, it said that he walked off
Yeah. So you'll never guess where he walks up to.
Grindelwald.
The base of Grindelwald.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to spy for you. Dumbledore thinks I'm spying for him, but I want to spy for you.
Grindelwald says, "Oh, what?"
And
Why
then
would
Grindelwald's like, oh, sorry. Grindelwald has like a person who reads minds with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Grindelwald's like, is he telling the truth? And then the person's like, yeah, except he believes deeply in your cause, except he hates that you killed his sister. And then Grindelwald's like, all right, I'll just take all memories of your sister out of your brain. And there is a very long and dramatic scene in which he does that.
Yeah, because that's a scary thing to do to another.
Yeah, it's terrifying, right?
Yes.
All right, back to the action.
Yes.
Cool. So his assistant makes like the 4 copies of the briefcase or whatever, and then everybody gets in a room and they're like, all right, we need to get one of the correct briefcase, which nobody knows which the correct one is, because we're tricking the future sight
Sure.
to the main platform.
Okay.
All right. It's been announced that the Chancellor of All Magic is letting Grindelwald run for Chancellor of All Magic
Huh.
in a late ballot entry, like a couple days before the vote is held.
Why? Why would anyone vote for the man who lit Paris on fire?
For like the literal Nazi? I don't know.
Okay.
I also want to point out, so this really irked me during the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of the people who support Grindelwald are people of color. Not like an overwhelming majority, but it really stands out when people are basically magic Nazis and they're people of color.
Yeah.
Including the Lestrange guy. It just feels weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, we of course get to the ceremony in which we're voting on which of the 3 candidates are going to be the new Magic Chancellor.
Yeah. Hitler and some normies.
Hitler and 2 normal people.
Yeah.
Anyways, of course, they let Hitler bring the chillin'.
What is this? Okay, so Grindelwald's got his pet.
Yeah.
That does make him more marketable.
The pet kneels before somebody to show whether or not they're capable to lead.
Okay.
All right. Seems a little biased to, let someone bring their own pet to be the judge for this magical ceremony.
Yeah, but the chillin' wouldn't lie to us.
The chillin' wouldn't lie to us. Anyways, obviously the chillin's already dead and it kneels before Grindelwald.
Yeah. It's Grindelwald's chillin'.
Yeah.
A monkey could figure out.
While this is all happening, our heroes are trying to get the briefcases to the platform to show that they have a living chillin', right? So Professor Lady, Newt's brother, and Bumbling Muggle all lose their briefcases. And then Newt gets there, and he's like, I can see the platform. And then someone walks up, and they're like, nope, mine. And then they disintegrate it. Of course, obviously, that was the real briefcase because Newt had it, and the heroes lost. And then there is like a 2 or 3 minute scene in which the Professor Lady and Newt's brother are hanging out right in front of the portal to like the platform, like they're waiting for somebody, and they're like, when's he gonna be here? And then of course like 80,000 goons from Grindelwald like all show up, but with them is Lestrange. And it pauses on him for a second. And he kills all the Grindelwald goons and they just like go up.
They kill all 80,000 Grindelwald goons?
Yeah,
The goons of Grindelwald?
just immediately, just like, oh, and all the stones, just slap all your skulls together. Bye. Yep. He
Wow.
could have done that if he was standing on the other side still, and
Well, yeah.
he,
But then it's not as dramatic.
yeah, and he wouldn't have lost all memory of his sister.
Yeah. Like, you gotta throw Grindelwald off his game. The games of Grindelwald. You gotta throw him off. By killing the goons of Grindelwald.
I don't get it. Anyways, so obviously, how do you vote for who you want to be the next Chancellor of All Magic? Well, you have to be there in person, and you have to pick one of your 3 specific fireworks you shoot into the air. And if you hit other people's fireworks, something I saw happen on camera and I thought was really funny, you just evaporate their fireworks so your firework takes precedent. I don't know. And who's everybody going to vote for other than, of course, the person the chillin' kneeled before, literally Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man who lit Paris on fire.
Yeah. So
The
we've
fires
got,
of Grindelwald.
So we've got 50 people here in the magical election for the leader of all magic in the entire world.
50 people.
Like 50 people, and they shoot off like what 10 rockets, and they're all Grindelwald greens. So
The greens of Grindelwald.
So Grindelwald wins.
Wow.
No! And then what happens next? Of course, the assistant lady walks up with the real briefcase.
I thought she got captured.
No,
Wait.
no, she
Oh.
didn't. Something you will be thinking the entire time you're watching the movie, because obviously 5 people walk into a room and then 4 people walk out, and they're like, "Oh no, the briefcase! It's fucked!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn. Grindelwald is unlucky.
yeah.
That sucks.
Anyways, I skipped the part where Atticus Dumbledore walks up and he's like, "The Chillin's dead," and everybody's like, "No,
Ha, lol.
whoa, no."
Well, what? It's right there.
And then, of course, Newt stands up and he's like, "No, there were 2 Chillins born that day, and that one's dead. He killed it." And then what does Grindelwald do except for the most logical thing? Oh yeah, if that's true, then show me the other Chillin, bitch. Which of course is when the real briefcase shows up, and they show everybody the real Chillin. And then of course the current leader of all magic does the only sensible thing and says, "I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about," picks up the corpse of the dead Chillin and says, "This Chillin's obviously alive," as it shakes around in his hand, obviously dead. And then everybody's like, "Hey, we should vote again." And then he's like, "No, preposterous." And then Dumbledore's like, "No, we should vote again though." And then he's like, fine, I'll let you vote again." And then Grindelwald's like, "Oh, I hate this." And then he tries to kill Atticus, and then Dumbledore tries to save Atticus, and that breaks the charm because they're both making a move against each other at the same time. Technically, I guess, I don't know. And then they have a cool magic duel really quick in frozen time. It's weird. And then the Chillin kneels before Dumbledore, and then he's like, "No, I can't be the Chancellor of All Magic." And everybody just accepts that answer, and then it kneels before a different person, and then they vote for that person, and then the Grindelwald gets away, question mark.
The getaway of Grindelwald.
Get away from Grindelwald. That was the whole movie.
Wow.
And
Did you enjoy yourself?
the only parts I liked were the parts about the Chillin. Oh, sorry. There's a really funny scene in the prison where there's little scorpions, and apparently you can make them stop wanting to kill you by putting your hands above your air and putting it in the air above your head and pretending that you're a scorpion and walking like a crab. That was really funny, and I loved that part of the movie.
Cool.
Other than that, most of it was constant confusing, intentionally confusing nonsense and bullshit, and I didn't enjoy that for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah.
I saw The Imitation Game.
Oh,
Did I
shit.
already talk about that?
No.
Fabulous movie. It's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it. He's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
That guy's Sherlock.
Yeah. Good work. He's also Doctor Strange.
All right, I was about to say that, but I wasn't sure because
No, he definitely is.
Yeah.
So, it's World War II.
Yeah.
And, the Germans can send codes to each other.
Yeah.
But it's encrypted, right?
Using the Enigma machine. Yep.
Yeah. That's what this movie's about. And it's about the British trying and spoilers succeeding
Yeah,
in breaking
the
this
Enigma
machine.
code. Yeah.
This movie is really good, and unlike the crimes of the Getaways of Grindelwald, what is the third movie called? The Secrets of Dumbledore.
The Secrets of Grindelwald. Yeah. Sorry. The Secrets of Dumbledore.
the Secrets of Grindelwald and Dumbledore. This movie is you are mostly aware of what's going on, and
well, like Hitler because the children liked him.
yeah. Lol. Why would the chillin' lie to us? Why would Hitler's chillin' lie to us? That would be weird. Anyway, hey, other 49 guys.
Isn't it
let's
weird
vote.
how...
Oh, you're voting blue? Here, let me aim my firework and just... gotcha, bitch. Fuck you into your vote. Too bad my, I don't know, siblings and, other magicians couldn't come to this wildly important ceremony.
It's also funny because if those 80 goons who were gonna walk into the ceremony, you wouldn't even need the chili.
No,
all of us goons.
Yeah, just would win. They would win the election. Hey guys.
Talk about a rigged voter.
Yeah.
Base.
Oh my god. Anyways, so Benedict Cumberbatch plays Alan Turing, who is a mathematician. This movie is dramatic. It's pretty funny.
I've wanted to see it for a while.
Oh, dude, it's really good. I would watch it again with you, honestly.
Wasn't Alan Turing also LGBTQ?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And this movie actually addresses that in
Nice.
a few points and really well.
Nice.
The movie ends talking about how Alan Turing went through it's the therapy shit.
Conversion therapy?
Yeah, conversion therapy. They
Yikes.
give you hormone pills and stuff, and has a message about that. And which is one of my favorite parts about the movie.
Yeah.
But Alan Turing is an asocial magician, or Jesus Christ, mathematician.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing. And he wants to help break the Enigma code because the government will sort of fund him and his ability to make one of the world's first computers, basically.
Yeah.
And
a Turing machine.
yes, a Turing machine.
Something literally taught in my computer science classes.
Yeah, I can imagine. And throughout most of the movie is a little ambiguous on whether or not Alan Turing is actually working to help break the Enigma code, or whether he's sabotaging the group of people who break it.
Yeah.
Because the first half of the movie is him working with the other cryptologists who are trying to break the code.
Yeah.
And he's very asocial. Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
And while everybody else is trying to break the codes and get information to other people, he is working on the blueprints for this machine.
Yeah.
And then he sends it to the current leader, Churchill. Yeah, he sends it to Churchill, and Churchill puts him in charge of the project.
Oh.
Over the general who is overseeing that. So he gets even worse socially.
Yeah.
And just immediately puts people to work in constructing this machine.
Yeah.
So, and it's taking up a lot of time. It's taking time away from them actually being able to try and break the codes that are coming out now. Because the Enigma machine changes its cipher every day at midnight or something.
Yeah.
So they're constantly trying to get through messages to try and save people who are in danger.
Yeah.
And Alan takes them away from that to build his machine that it will basically solve every Enigma cipher every day.
Yeah.
And it's ambiguous because it's like, oh, is Alan Turing actually a German spy trying to sabotage this whole thing?
Yeah.
Because in the background, there's also a police investigation because Alan gets his house broken into, and there's a police officer who's like, why are all of his military records erased?
Yeah.
So there's like a bit of a subplot of that. But he does succeed in making this machine, and it does succeed in breaking the Enigma code.
Nice.
But they can't tell anybody. And they get the information that the Germans are going to use their U-boats to destroy a passenger cruise line.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it because if they give out that information, the Germans will know their Enigma machine has been broken.
Yeah.
So they just have to sit on that information and feed out little bits and pieces of it. And that information has to be kept under wraps. And then there's some like drama between that. They win the war. Alan goes back to his house and has to go through gene therapy because he gets arrested for being homosexual.
Oh. Thanks.
Yeah. Movie's really good though. Benedict Cumberbatch does an amazing job.
Yeah. I cannot wait to watch it after The Platform. Another movie I want to watch.
Oh, so good. Oh my goodness. Another good movie.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about The Imitation Game.
Well, it feels like we're hitting the Friendship Dusk part of the podcast. Do you have any closing thoughts? I have one if you don't have one.
I do have one.
All right. We can both have one.
Okay. We went to see a concert out in Seattle.
I no longer have one.
Oh, okay. By a band called Tupperware Remix Party, which is probably now my favorite band, if not one of my favorite bands. Mm-hmm. And that concert was, it was so good. It was like my first like live concert where like I had traveled and dedicated time into my life into seeing it. It wasn't just like spur of the moment or I got asked if I wanted to. It was like a concert that I wanted to go see, and it was I loved it. Plus, me and you got to walk around Seattle a bit.
Nice.
We visited Katsu Burger. Went to like this cool thrift store.
Should have just bought a suit jacket.
We just bought something. We should have bought something.
Yeah. I
Seattle's
should have asked if I could like try the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because like I don't know the sizes, I think, but like I'm gonna have to buy a suit jacket soon, anyways. So.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, that trip was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for going on it with me.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about it?
Tupperware Remix Party is really good live in concert. All right, everybody, have a good night. Song goes out to all the
ladies out there.